a porno and they sound identical. we don't need that. No, we don't need that in our lives, man. Come on. So I'm here for them fighting throughout Titan Towers and giving us a tour of the building.
Yeah, because I just got done watching SmackDown, and I was watching and heard the Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose match. Yeah, let's get to the news.
Well, speaking of the news, so we're gonna go right into it. This is some breaking news, I think. Actually, well, it happened today. Recorded this on Saturday, day before Money in the Bank. But yeah, man. So we got people on the disrespecting wrestling fans train, man. They got. I don't even know if I should say this comedian dude's name. Number one, because I kind of don't know who he is. Number two, because it's just like it seems like he did this on his podcast and he said what he said to just kind of be controversial and get people riled up to be, to all that shit. And there's a reason why I say it's hacky. But he had an expletive-filled rant and basically called wrestling fans the R word. Basically saying that wrestling fans are, to put it PC, all of them are mentally challenged. The derogatory word for that. So that's why I'm kind of like, man, I'm kind of iffy on if I want to say this dude's name because obviously he was doing it for shock value and all that, that. But at the same time, I kind of do want to see if he'll retweet what we about to say.
All right,
because we need just to get more views on the SLLC network. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Have two black dudes going out. So, bitch ass Tom Segura said,
"Get him."
Hacky comedian Tom Segura has drawn some heat from the wrestling community recently. He spoke about WWE and its fans during an episode of his podcast, Your Mom's House. Now, time out. Your Mom's House is an excellent name for a podcast. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might have some heat for this guy, but that's an excellent name for a podcast. It's hilarious. During the interaction, Segura made remarks about the intelligence level of wrestling fans and how they get invested in specific performers and storylines. He says, so many guys love wrestling, said to his wife and co-host, Christina P. I think wrestling is for effing retards. But so many people like it. It's the stupidest shit, and I think you're a fucking tool if you're like, hey man, it's not fake. It's fucking fake, and you're an idiot. They're not real. They're just stunt people.
Okay. Well, I agree with him 50% of the way. Because
yes.
And here's why. Okay, so I can't really get into him like I really want to. Like I've been to shows when before all this COVID-19 shit. And the closer you get to that ring, the closer you get to the fucking abyss. It's some weird motherfuckers.
That's legit though. That's legit. That is legit.
And I apologize if this is offending anybody on that y'all listen to, but there's some weird cats out there. So to his point that if you thinking that this shit is still is a shoot in 2020, something wrong with you. Okay,
100%.
Like,
100%. 100%.
So to his point there, yeah, he's like 100% accurate. But like to your point as well too, I think he was just saying it to just get a rise and a just a rise out of the audience from the IWC. I mean, everybody's like we're on Zoom right now. Everybody's doing something for content right now, and I guess the only the only entertainment that's on TV that's sports related right now, prior to UFC that's coming on today, and NASCAR has been WWE. So and AEW, just pro wrestling in general. So if when wrestling comes on, it takes over Twitter timeline. That's all you see. So and it's been like that for years now. So like I see where he's coming from. As far as like I say, he was right when he said that people were. I wouldn't say the R word. That's you can't say that. That's like other thing. You can't say a bunch of other shit too. That we probably say on this podcast. But yeah, that's about all I got.
Yeah, so well, that like I agree with you on that too, where it's like the people that think it's still real, blah blah blah. But my problem with it though is, and this is the reason why I say it's hacky. Like I'm actually kind of saying that for shock value as well, as far as like he's concerned. But I mean, the joke itself is hacky as far as like. Everybody like, oh, well, why do you watch pro wrestling? It's fake, this, that, and third. Like, nigga, everything on television is fake. Nigga, Game of Thrones, nigga, Power, your favorite one, Power, that shit's fake. Like, all of that shit is fake. So it's like, hey, bro, like, there's so much more. If you honestly don't like pro wrestling and you want to make jokes about it, there's so much more to joke about, like, about pro wrestling. Like, joke about the fact that WWE has nobody in the crowd right now and how it sounds either like porno or pro wrestling. That's hilarious. That's a good joke. Like, yes, that's where you should go with that. Right. Not the whole, because on the other side of it, they're like I would say the people that think that pro wrestling is real or whatever like that is such a minority of wrestling fans. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's that old argument that, like Vince McMahon exposed this shit in like 1986 to the Pennsylvania Athletic Commission that it's entertainment, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, bruh, like come into 2020 with your talk about pro wrestling. Yeah, to your insults, man. Like, come on, bruh. Yeah. Like we got new shit now. Like we understand it's a show. Now, you can say, okay, it's stupid, it's not real competition, this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, man, I got you. Side note, there's a lot of, predetermined outcomes in boxing. Sure. Make no mistake about it. Boxing and pro wrestling used to be promoted by the exact same people. So it's not an accident that people throw fights, that people bet on fights, and the mafia has had people throw fights. People have just gone out there and done whatever. They have YouTubers boxing. Well, before COVID, but they had YouTubers out there boxing. Like, it's the same thing. It's all entertainment. Even with UFC, man, like UFC brought in like Kimbo Slice and brought in CM Punk and brought in all these cats that have no fighting backgrounds. Why? Because it's entertaining and it's gonna make some money. Yep. So if your argument about pro wrestling is that it's fake, it's stupid, all this, I want to see that same energy when it comes to other sports. Yeah, when it comes to basketball players flopping, when it comes to the cats using steroids. Yeah. Cats using steroids in the NFL. So what, nigga? I don't care.
My thing is that if you grown, enjoy what you enjoy. If you want to watch something, watch it, and fuck everybody else. Yeah, flat out. Just don't let it get kind of insane. And try not to be like some of the cats that be living row 5 all the way up to 1. That be either they had a lot of money in there, or they families, or they fucking marks. And I've seen super marks be trained. But don't that's it.
Yeah. So Tom Segura's bitch ass.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I don't really got nothing else for that. So moving on in the news. So I put these two news segments back to back because it's like, on one hand, you have somebody that's saying, oh man, wrestling is stupid because it's fake. But then also you have this other entity that's treating pro wrestling